Hey, true believers, Chris Mack coming at you today with Justice League Issue 0 from the new 52 era. Now, if you guys remember, we went over Black Adam Issue 1, and that was supposed to kind of kick off the new Black Adam movie with The Rock that's about to come out at the time of this recording. However, as we went over it, there was some talking, followed by a court hearing with some talking, and a hospital scene with some talking, and then afterwards there was some walking in the street and in the car with some talking. And that was essentially the whole issue. And that is the book that's supposed to kick off Black Adam. Yeah, I'm not going to be continuing that. This book, on the other hand, complete polar opposite. Absolutely freaking fantastic. Right off the bat, we open up the book on the old wizard at the Rock of Eternity, and he's being faced with the threat of Black Adam. And listen to the way that Geoff Johns kicks this off. Magic once ruled the world, but after the others who sat on the empty thrones were murdered by a champion they themselves created, the last surviving wizard imprisoned the killer and hid his magic. It became fiction instead of fact, until this very moment. Where is the wizard? You're just thinking, oh crap, what's going on here? And then we go into the present, and we see Billy Batson coming into the Rock of Eternity. And this is where he is told to be approached by the wizard, and the wizard goes, no, this will never work. And I love how it says, Shazam! This is no task for someone like you. Now, before we go any further into this excellent book, let's talk about who made it. This is Geoff Johns, writer, Gary Frank arts, Brad Anderson colors, Jay Napolitano doing the lettering, Frank and Anderson doing the covering, Ivan Reyes and Joe Prado and Rod Reyes doing the variant. There's the editors and everyone that was working on the book. But unlike the Black Adam book, where it's a lot of like snooty talking, very sneer, like you kind of get that that's Black Adam's persona, but it was so damn boring. I had to put that book down 3 or 4 times and come back and go, oh my god, is this going to get any better? They even flubbed a chance with John, a Martian Manhunter, in the book, where they're just like one scene, then boom, he's gone. Oh, it was so damn boring. But here, the wizard's looking to pass his powers. And I love how he says, my magic must be getting weaker if it brought me a child. I'm not a child. Now, who the hell are you and where the hell am I? And they kind of have this back and forth. And finally the wizard says, is this boy the mystical warrior I seek? Is this boy pure good? And I love how we kind of get this little collage of images of him running from the police, sneaking out, telling other people he's not family, stealing from people. It's like, of course he's not. He's not the one that I seek. I didn't need the spell to tell me that. Why is this magic wasting my time with these flawed people? The Dark One has been released. Gods forgive me, Black Adam's free. And then right out of all that, you're thinking, well, Chris, this is a bunch of talking too. Yes, I agree. But look at how it hits and it resonates. Billy says, well, how long have you been looking for a pure, good person? They don't exist. And the wizard actually has to give pause and think, a very long time. So let me give you a clue, because it doesn't look like you get out much. People are horrible. They disappoint you. They let you down. I've spent my life learning that. There are good people. There must be. Good people get swallowed up. They get taken advantage of. They disappear. Trust me, it doesn't matter how good you try to be. Everyone else is going to drag you down with them. So the wizard says, is that what's been wrong this whole time? That I haven't been looking for the embers of hope and good. And so he says, does this boy have the embers within him? And so we kind of get the same idea, but here we see They won't hurt you again, Jenny. I'm out, I'm going to get you out of here. I don't like bullies. I can outrun them, Freddy. You can't. And you feed the animals here. Feed up Tawny. He goes, yes, you do have the potential. So you even see that even through Billy's hard shell, because of the life he's led being an orphan, he's still good at heart. And so here we get our new 52 appearance of Shazam. Well, there's another book. I can't remember which one it's been. It's been a long time since I read John's run, but here this is the backstory. So this would essentially be the first time that he called upon the powers of Shazam, and he's not really sure what to do with himself. Like, he gets excited, gets a little over, overzealous, and the wizard's like, behave yourself, don't waste your powers. And he's like, I forgot, I'm speaking to a child. So he sends him back to Earth, tries to kind of give him the information he needs, but he's so cryptic about it that Billy doesn't know what the hell to do. So when he's sent back, he finds Freddy. And end up being two little shits together. I mean, he picks up a car, saves a lady from getting mugged, and she goes, is there anything that I can do for you? And he goes, well, I am short on cash. But what I like is here we get a little bit of action. Is when he sees the lady being mugged, he backhands the robber and says, leave her alone. But here we see that he's vulnerable, that he's inexperienced, and he actually says, I didn't mean to hit him so hard. So even though you kind of see the immaturity of Freddy and Billy, you can see how Shazam has the potential to be a hero. And you kind of see that through childhood, adolescence. You see that through, age and experience from the Wizard and the Rock of Eternity. Overall, just an excellent issue to get you hyped about Shazam being in the New 52. Because this came out, I don't remember if it was a year or so before the movie came out. Speaking of when the Shazam movie did come out, it was freaking awesome because I love when they do promotional material because they were giving out reprints of this book. So if you went out that night, you guys more than likely have a reprint of this issue, and it'll say like Cinemark Theaters on it or something. So I'm glad that I finally was able to pick up an actual physical, real issue, and then I have a reprint if I ever want to read it. But I wanted to review the original book so that you guys could see what the actual cover looks like. So yeah, this book was so good, and it was a little short because it was a 0 issue, and the 0 issues were kind of quick. There is a backstory that follows with the wizard, a character named Pandora, and then kind of gives you this ambiguous introduction of the Question into this universe. So make sure to check that out, guys. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please first and foremost support your local comic shop and grab this book ASAP. If you've enjoyed this review, we really would appreciate it if you take a moment to hit like, share, and subscribe. Helps the club channel more than you could possibly know. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that fancy little Shazam bell next to subscribe, that way as we continue to upload content, you guys will get notified. Come to the channel, and we love talking with you all and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments below or social media pages, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, true believers.